Hello. Have you thought about planning your child's next party? Well, you probably haven't thought about it because it is stressful. I understand. I get it. I've been entertaining kids for about 20 years, and parents have told me throughout the years how stressful it is. Well, today I am going to help alleviate the stress of planning your child's party. First of all, there are at least 10 things that you have to do in order to plan a party. And the number one thing that I have on my list is get a notebook. You should get a notebook to write everything down, document everything, because I cannot tell you how many times people have booked me to do a party and I got paid because I was the first one that got there, and they hired another entertainer. That entertainer came and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we already have our face painter." Get a notebook so you can document everything and you can track your expenses. The second thing on the list is get a theme. You know, whatever your child's favorite cartoon character is, whatever your child's favorite color, get a theme to make the party more festive and more enjoyable for your child. The third thing on my list, and this is in no particular order, but budget has got to be at the top of the list. You should know how much you plan to spend. Now, some people say, "I don't know how much I want to spend on the party." Well, you have to start somewhere. And the best place to start is to say, where are you going to have the party? That's number 4 on the list. This will help you to decide on your budget, because if you're going to have it at a venue, some kind of party center, check around to see what the prices are. If you don't want to spend $200 or $300 on a venue, you may want to have it at a park or in your backyard or someplace like that. But you're going to decide on where you're going to have it. And then when you start getting prices, this will help you to decide on your budget. Now, the next thing on my list is time and dates. Now, when you choose the venue, this will help you to decide on which date and time, because you have to do what's available. You may want to have your child's birthday on a Saturday, but then you might find out, well, having it on a Sunday is cheaper, or that may be the only day that's available. So choosing the venue will be very helpful in choosing, deciding on the budget. Okay. Also, the amount of guests that you have will impact how much money you're spending, because it's going to be, of course, cheaper to have 10 or less kids at your child's party rather than if you had 30 kids at the party. Because you have to realize, if you have 30 kids, then each child is going to have an adult come with them. So that 30 could turn out to be about 50 people at your party. So, and you also have to keep in mind that when you invite one child to the party, they may bring a sibling. They may bring brother or sister, cousin or neighbor, someone, and you can't say, "You can't come to my party." You can't say that. So what I usually do is, if you invite one child, you have to say, possibly 2 or 3 people. When I say 2 or 3, I mean, I'm including the parent. The parent is going to come, and then think to yourself, do they have any brothers or sisters? they may come also. All right. Now, the seventh thing on my list is decorations. Now, decorations, this is optional. This is an optional expense. You don't have to do decorations. But if you do want to do decorations, it is better to do them the night before. Or as you can see, the balloon columns that I have in this video, they're not difficult for you to do yourself, but you may want to hire a professional decorating company to do balloon columns such as these. Okay, now and now the best part of the party is the food. Well, food and music. But for the food, if you are on a tight budget, you can have hot dogs or hamburgers, or you can have a combination of the two. Having a pizza party is very cost effective, and having a big big pot of spaghetti that you make yourself, that's very cost effective. Now, if you have an unlimited budget and you can afford to have, a bounce house and characters and a magician and a venue, then go for it. It's wonderful. Then that takes the stress out of it, because if you have enough money to do all that, you can afford to hire a party planner, which is someone who just plans the whole thing, and you all can just enjoy yourselves. But many people have a budget. All right. So now, again, when it comes to the food, you have to realize this about parties. Children who are 5 and under, they will be happy with anything. The average child who is 5 or under, they will be happy with anything. That means they can have a few friends over. They can have ice cream, cake, hot dogs, a few presents. They're happy. And many times I realize that parents have a party basically for themselves, especially when they have a 1-year-old party. The party is for themselves and their guests, because that 1-year-old doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know what is happening. But still, I am happy that people, enjoy celebrating. They enjoy celebrating the birth of this child, and the child had turned 1 year old. And really, I understand the party is for everyone else. Many times I've been invited to parties where the guest of honor is asleep, taking a nap for the whole party. So anyway, I'm just stressing the part that, young kids, they'll be happy with anything. It's any little thing. There are occasionally some children who are very picky, but the average 5-year-old and younger, they're easy to please. Okay, now the 9th thing on the list is the entertainment, games. What you may want to do, this is a helpful tip. I've seen some people, they'll have an older child play games with the younger ones. All right. Many people hire entertainment, such as myself, to do a magic show. I do a magic show with a real live bunny rabbit. At the end of the show, I show the kids the box, show them that it's empty, and then I just magically make a real live bunny rabbit appear out of an empty box. I also do face painting and balloon twisting in Northeast Ohio. So that takes a lot of stress off of parents, because that way I'm entertaining the kids for at least an hour. And you have to remember, the average party is about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. So entertainment is important. You want to keep the kids entertained. And also I have another video. I have 2 more videos coming out about games that you can play with kids at the parties. One video is where I'm describing the games. The other video will be where I'm actually demonstrating how to play the games. You'll enjoy that video, and I hope you find it very helpful. Now, the last thing on my list is to decide the schedule, because it is very helpful to yourself, and everything will run smoothly. Because if you're going to have characters, what you'll do is the characters might come from 4 to 5. The entertainment might come from 5 to 6, and so on like that. If you have a bounce house, you might want to set up the bounce house first, then have the entertainment come. You should decide when you're going to do everything. And also, a very helpful tip is that this is a bonus tip. This is a bonus tip. Whenever you're having a party, if you have on your invitations, the party starts at 4, you want to have the entertainment come at 4:30 or 5. My personal recommendation is to have the entertainment come at 5 o'clock, at least 1 hour later. If you have a situation where your party starts at 3, most of the guests are there at 3:30, it would be helpful if you had some games that you could play with the children until the entertainment arrives. But that is very helpful. I cannot tell you how many times when I first started doing this, I would come to the party at exactly 4 o'clock and nobody was there. Nobody was there at the party. So then I started telling my clients, if you have 4 o'clock on your invitations, then you want the entertainer to come at 5 o'clock. That's a lot easier. So I hope these tips were helpful. Please give me a comment. Tell me whether or not this was helpful to you. If you have any other suggestions, that would be very much appreciated. But I'd like for you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.